Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's Teofimo Lopez. Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States, an electrifying 2-division champion of the world known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir King Khan.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fights.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town
by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Blocks that jab. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be.
There's the bell for round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Exchange punches. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Nice job getting that punch through. punch caught him clean. Those counter punches have to hurt. Couldn't land that jab. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. That bell could not have... On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Teofimo in some real trouble here. Teofimo Lopez goes down. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Nice counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Bombs away. And he just missed with that left jab. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Teofimo Lopez in that round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? Catch and shoot. These punches coming from every angle. What you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punch. Nice counter. The courage on display here is incredible. And he scores with the counter. see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Well, we're entering back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punching. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missed with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him up. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. In this division, both fighters will constantly hold it right there. This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. And he just put Amir Khan down. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
And Lopez is dazed. And it appears they're out of... Did you see that? And the takeover's in some big trouble now. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Amir Khan is rocked. Let's talk about Khan in that last round.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round.
10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
A perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter punch. Perfect punch. There's a counter shot. He just misses with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
How about that time counter shot? That jab misses. Just missing with the uppercut. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Left hook just missed. Catch and shoot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
His stamina is off the charts. Straight right just misses. Nice counter. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous.
We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, this is the place to be. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Jukan. He weighed in at an even 60 kilos, 175 centimeters tall, with a reach also of 175. And facing him in this bout, Amir King Khan, 63 kilos even. That's what he weighed in at, 174 centimeters tall, with a reach of 180.
Todd.
The monster himself, Zhu Khan, fighting out of Beijing, China, looks to pick up another big win here. Some of the fastest hands in the world. And it's the king, Amir King Khan. He's Bolton's finest. Watch for the... So they stare into each other. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. Right hand got him. Those counter. This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Respect for each other's punching power. Good counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
One punch could change the... Hold that thought! The monster, dazed! And he just put the monster on the canvas. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's talk about Zhu Khan and that. And there's the bell for round 2. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That jab misses. This fight has a real good flow to it. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That punch lands. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jukan in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about it. Let's get it started in round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. Perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Lucky that hook didn't score. These two were made for each other. Can't land the jab there. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. There's a counter shot. Hey, those punches add up. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds. You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So there you have it. How about this? Sugar Ray Rock.
This bout,
a lot of pre-match drama, and these athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Nice defense on that right hook. Uppercut had to hurt. A perfect counter shot. Both of these athletes' gas tanks are going to be tested. Endurance will be the key on an afternoon like this one.
Well, Todd, let me explain to you. We're outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting, fight on fight.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Missing with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Do you believe what we're seeing? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominant. Clearly his